Alright, you're being recorded. State your name, age, and state that you rep.
Yes. CT, it's NasDaq Ness, and I'm 23 years old.
Okay. Where did you get the name NasDaq Ness from?
Actually, it came from a nickname I had from one of my high school coaches. When I played basketball, he used to call me Finesse, and then everybody cut it short to calling me Ness. And me and my boy just got into this where we started investing in the stocks at a younger age, and I set it in a line. They could call me NasDaq Ness, and everybody started saying it from me.
Okay. How long have you been rapping?
Since the age of 9.
9.
I've been writing since the age of 9, and I've been really, as far as out and about rapping, probably, 15. So I've been writing since 9 and been out battles and everything since 15.
What was your first battle?
First battle was on a bus. It was on a bus. And first all-out battle was on a bus in New Haven with my brother with me. Him egging it on. And then we ended up getting into a battle in the back of the bus.
Did you win?
Of course.
Oh, you better.
Of course.
Alright. What was your influence for hip hop? For getting into hip hop?
My aunt Victoria. Yeah, my aunt Victoria, she got me into hip hop. She actually was the first person to ever give me a tape cassette. Because before then, I hear music, but I wasn't really a fanatic into the music. I was into, as a kid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all of that. You know what I mean? I was into all of that, watching Family Matters and such. And so she gave me my first tape cassette. My first 2 tape cassettes was, she gave me Big's demo because she knew some people and she had a copy of Big's original demo. And she gave me a bootleg Reasonable Doubt tape. Those 2 and the Total single.
That's the thing.
Huh?
What About Us?
I don't even remember which song it was. Because I kind of ignored that. I was all day on the Big tape because my aunt was a big fanatic. So I was on that, and then I got into Jay-Z later on. I had the tape for so long, I listened to it, got into it later on. Like a month after, though, the first tape I purchased that I was stuck on when I was young, the Fugees' The Score. I was addicted to that. Word for word.
I got that.
Yeah, that's classic. So yeah, but she was my influence before she passed. She was the one who actually got me into hip hop. Period. She put me on to everything. She explained a lot to me. I learned the most from her that it came from music. When it came to music.
Mm-hmm. So how did you get started? You got your tapes. Yeah, your influences out there. How did you start?
It was more or less for me hearing. What I started doing was I used to recite, and then my aunt used to coach me on it. Like I used to recite stuff, and she would be like, "You gotta say the words like this." And when I was a kid, my aunt used to film me doing dances and singing the songs. So more or less, that's how I kind of got started. I was doing that, and then I started writing on my own. Cause like my uncle was also into music, so he produced and such. So I used to just write on my own because I always seen it as something where I could do. I enjoyed writing. My sister is a poet. She was a poet when she was in high school, and she's older than I am. So when I was younger, I used to look up to her. She used to write all the time. She got a lot of awards for writing and such. So I just used to write. I used to write poems and rhymes. And one day when I started reciting them while I was out and around people, people would get excited. You know what I mean? Like my brother Type R. Shout out to Type R who passed away in New Haven. He was one of the first people to actually try to push me. Like when I used to recite rhymes around him, and he would go crazy. Like he would go crazy. Yo, you need to let people hear that. And I'm like, nah, I just do this because I like to do it. And then it kind of became a thing where people started pushing me, and I felt okay, I could do it. You know what I mean? So I just went out and started doing it.
Mm-hmm. What's your next upcoming project?
It's a mixtape called "Excuse My Hustle." Hosted by DJ Hits. That's in the works now. That's almost actually done. It will be done real soon.
Can I have like a rough date?
I would say probably like middle of March. Beginning of March, middle of March.
Cool, because I will get a copy, right?
Of course.
Okay. Alright, who are some of the people you worked with so far?
Shout out my boy Just Moolah, of course. I work with Dave Bars, producer Vinny Idol, D Block. Um, who else is on there? My boy Ill Vibe. My boy Mac Beats, of course, is a monster. Um, my cousin Mel, Soul Canvas Productions, he's crazy. I'm trying to think, who else did I work with? Oh, and my boy Richcraft out in Canada doing his thing. And Team Tron out in the UK. That's most of the people, producers wise. I haven't really worked with a lot of rappers. I work with a few, mostly just Justin Moolah. Of course, my whole HG camp, my boy Max Payne. And that's about it, yeah, for right now, yeah.
Okay. If you could work with anybody in the music industry, whether it be rapper or producer wise, who would it be?
One person?
As many as you like.
Oh, I would definitely want to work with Just Blaze, Kanye West, and Royce the 5'9". Shout out to Royce the 5'9". Now he is a monster. Lyrically, that's one person that most rappers should look up to, is what he does lyrically. Yeah, that would probably be to the most extent that I would definitely want to work with.
Okay. Who are your top 5 favorite rappers?
Of course, Hov, Jay-Z is top of top, I would say. Eminem is influential, crazy. Again, Royce the 5'9". Who else? Who else could I say? I could Beanie Siegel, of course. That was one of my main influences. And Big to this day. Still, I go back. I could know a Big song by. That's one thing I think a lot of people can do. Can know a Big song by heart, and you still gotta hear it continuously. So yeah.
Alright, last question. What advice would you give to any upcoming artists?
Grind. I'm still upcoming myself. Grind. That's the main thing. All ways, shapes, and forms. As long as you get your music out, you get somebody to hear it. Anybody. Just get it into as many hands as possible. Grind. But if you make good music, keep moving. But all the lollipop music, I'm not fans of that. Upcoming artists doing that, find a different profession, different job, become a manager, something. But if you make actual good music that people can relate to, that interests people, grind as hard as you can. Meet as many people as you can. Put your music in the hands of as many people as you can.
Cool. Thank you. You're all done.
Alrighty. Yep.